times not being happy, when you go out with your friends, it doesn't feel right. The things that you're doing, it just doesn't feel right. The job that you having, the people is not pleasing anymore. The small get on your nerves and it really didn't get on your nerves before. You wake up today, I just don't feel like doing nothing because guess what? Nothing just don't feel right. And if you get that feeling, it's time for a change. A lot of people don't want to see that, but it's time for you to make that change in life. Sometimes it's called growth. Growth is meaning that we cannot do the things that we used to do. We have to change and do better things for ourselves to make us be happy once again. And it's hard letting go. It's hard letting go of the old ways, the old people. The things is not just making you happy, it's making the other people happy. They still want to contact you. They still keep trying to have a good time. But what you need to understand, do what needs to be done. That's the love.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. Guess what, y'all? It's gonna feel real good. It's gonna make a difference. It's gonna make it right. Guess I'm not gonna go there, but turn up your volume on. Okay, good morning. Goodness, the lines are open. We have our guest. I know him as Big Sin. And after seeing that picture, it's hard to believe. So I'm curious to find out about not only rap and hip hop, but why they call him the Big Sin. Good morning, guest.
Girl, you and me both. I really want to inquire about where that name came from because the way it's spelled, it must have a big meaning behind it. So, yes, we do have a gentleman by the name of Big Sen on the line, all the way from Henderson, North Appalachia, like you said, sis. And, he's a hip hop artist, he's a rapper, he's an up and coming, and I love his message. I love what he got going on. He stays on his grind, and I've been following him for some time now. So, it was only right that we get him on the show. I'll go ahead and I guess you can, introduce yourself.
Have your way, guest. Have your way.
Good morning. I go by the name of Big Sen, repping Henderson, North Carolina. Spitting nothing but that raw hip hop.
Wow. We doing really good. We doing okay. How about you?
Definitely.
Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm outside. It feels good. God woke me up this morning. I can't complain.
Amen. Now, before we get into the meat of everything, I understand there's a storm coming your way. Can you just please give us a little update on what's going on in your neck of the woods?
I don't think we're gonna get like the full impact, but I know they said it's gonna be a lot of rain and wind or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Normally when the storms like come, that's what we get like in my area. You know what I'm saying? We'll never like we've been blessed. We ain't never like really been hit like full on by the storm. And they first started talking about it.
Now, I gotta ask, how do you prepare for a storm? And it's funny because you love your memes, and the meme that people down south always laugh about the fact that we get snow, and then we look at the weather that happens down there like, oh, y'all get stuff that we don't get. So, how do you prepare for that?
I get like a lot of water, you know what I'm saying, about like a lot of cases of water, and I get like little knickknacks can like spaghetti and stuff like that, just in case the electricity go off, I can't cook or whatever. In case, I had to move around.
I know that's right.
That's pretty much how I prepare,
Well, goodness, go ahead. You begin the questions. I'm a twirl 40, 60, 80. It's 6:38 to the top of the hour. We're talking to California Big Sen. That's why I'm calling you California for a reason, and you're going to find out why. You shining like the sun. So where you are, you got to be bringing the light. You got to be bringing the light, Big Sen. North Carolina can't be dim if you there. So goodness, have your way.
Thank you so kindly, sister. But I just want to let everybody know, what is that storm that you are down here getting prepared for?
Hurricane Dorian.
Right. You know, and that's been running a little rampant, over the world, if I'm not mistaken, that's the one that hit the Bahamas, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They told the Bahamas.
right. And, we are definitely saying our prayers, and we're sending prayers out to you guys as well, and everybody that's going to be affected. And I know they're not really going to get hit as hard as the Bahamas, but, you guys are going to get some residue or some kind of kickback from that. But now let's talk about this Big Sin. How did you get this name? This is what I want to know, and I'm sure our listeners and viewers do too.
Well, like actually, I had like a old school name. I started out like it was like MC Rough Night like that, and as time went on, like that sounded like dated, so I had to change the name up, and this cat I went to school with, he gave me the name like Mr. Sinister, like, so I started out with that name, and like I just shortened it like to Sin, because that's where everybody started calling me Sin for short, and I went from it being Sin to like Big Sin, like, and I broke it down like in the acronym. It stands for stuck in knowledge.
Wow.
But like instead of the K, like we got the N, so that's what the SIN stands.
Mm-hmm.
It went from Rough Nights to Mr. Sinister, and then people on the street was calling me Sin, like everybody was calling me that. They still call me that now, but I just made an acronym out of it. Out the name, because I don't want to spook people out. One time I had sent some music to Curtis Blow one time. And he was like, I'm not listening to that because of your name.
Right.
So that's when I made it an acronym, because, Curtis Blow, like, he into the church now, so that's why I made it an acronym.
Right. That's beautiful. That's now go ahead, there's another twirl for you.
I'm laughing because it's already Friday Junior, bruh. And you just went there like without even knowing where you went, sip on coffee, tea, whatever. I've been doing good with my intake of caffeine. Listen, you said Curtis Blow is into the church, right? And I get that and I respect that, right? But I know who I grew up listening to, Curtis Blow, right? And now that he's into the church and your name is Big Sin, do we jump to an assumption because you use that period? How do we know that you're not recognizing where you come from by recognizing that you once was the sinner too? Like, not getting into your spirituality, but do you have what is your take on that? I want to ask, what's your look on the church for when we shun upon things that we don't even listen to or understand first? Can you hear me now?
I can hear goodness clear.
Okay, because this weather it's been kind of hurtful, but are we back now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you better now.
Okay, I seen where it had it's starting to show me these things. I'm liking this. So thank you, guests, for letting me know we're back on. Make sure you share this show. It's 6:42 to the top of the hour. We are aka Brother Harris from North Carolina. Don't forget, pray that the storm passes. Now, what I wanted to ask you is that you mentioned that an old time rapper, now that is in the church, it is looking at things saying, your name because you use Big Sin. My question is, on this Friday Junior, you kind of you punched a hole in the conversation, and it's a good hole to punch in the conversation. Do you, in your position, rapper or hip hop artist, however you view it, feel that the church sometimes don't recognize things before we judge things, like your name, your stage name? We see sin and we automatically think that you're sinful. What's your view on that?
Yeah. I think that happened a lot. Cause like, growing up, I had like a very religious great grandma, and and one thing I can say about her is like she never judged nobody, like unless she got to know them or whatever, and she always look at the good in people, like what I'm saying. No matter how bad they are or whatever. Like, you know, I think a lot of people do that. You know what I'm saying? I think most of the people that's just my opinion. Like, you know what I mean? Because like if you got God in you, like you're not gonna judge people like based off nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you know what I mean? Like we all human and nobody's perfect. So, you know, we all got flaws. Everybody's sin in some way. You know what I'm saying? It might just be different ways, but we all sin. So, you know, it's like I don't feel like it's nobody's like position to judge a person based off something, right? Because even my name Big Sin, it could be like a reason why it's Big Sin. You know what I'm saying? That
Exactly.
don't necessarily mean that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just sin and every day and that's all I do. Like, you know, it's just a name, you know, like I'm not a saint, but I do a lot of good every day. Like I do stuff that people don't even know about. You know what I'm saying? To help people, like, but you know, I think people they do that, so
I
they
agree.
do that a lot. But
You know, Ted, I just want to jump in really quick.
Go ahead.
I'm so thankful on this thankful Thursday, on this Friday, Julia, that you brought up your great grandmother. You know, that you called on your great grandmother this morning. She must be smiling on you for you to call on her and remember the things that she instilled in you, the things that you learned from watching her. You know, because that's what I was going to say. And I'm so glad you said it yourself. People are so quick to prejudge somebody before, so you cannot judge a book by its cover. And if you are in the church, if you say you have God in you, no man can judge you but God. So therefore, for somebody to judge somebody off of a name, off of something that they heard and not seen for themselves, or no, for themselves, that's prejudging people. You know, that's judging people, and that is something you are not supposed to do. But some do it because we are only but human. So some people do it. But, you know, my name meant or what it stood for, because I knew it was something bigger than what it was, you know. And I'm glad you explained that. Stuff in knowledge, you know.
Exactly.
And how you used the N and took out the K and just kept it moving, you know, because you can do that. And but my
it's
thing
your
is,
prerogative.
that could have stood for that the thing could have meant sincere. You know, you really big you big time sincere about what you do. You big time sincere about your community, about your family. Now, something else that I know about you, that our listeners and viewers may not know, and I just want you to go in and further elaborate on this. I understand you work in the school system. Is that correct?
yeah, I work in the school
And
system.
we've been talking about back to school heavily. So just give us your skill on what you do in the community.
I'm a cafeteria manager actually at a middle school. It's just, you know what I mean, it's something I fell into. You know what I mean? Because I did like a lot of odd jobs or whatever, and I got on with the school system. I started out like working like 4 hours a day, and then I enjoyed working with the kids. Like with I was working at a high school, and I just enjoyed working with them, and you know what I'm saying, giving them games and stuff like that, and just help mold and shape the next generation. So I just stuck with it, and just, you know, I'm still there now. So, I mean, you know, I enjoy going to work every day. Like I enjoy like getting up and going. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's just fun.
Isn't
And
it?
you know, you on the phone. Oh, you got something to say?
Wait, I just had, you know, I'm over here like all giddy and stuff. First of all, hi, middle school to middle school. Like, isn't it awesome? Like education to education. Wow. Is it? And when he said the cafeteria, like everything happens in the cafeteria. Friends are made in the cafeteria. Yeah. Some kids get their first and only meal in the cafeteria. I mean, we got to give shout out to that because it's like the realest thing. Like that's the realest job. Like teachers, we're nothing. But without that breakfast that you serve with the smile, do you smile at the kids and say good morning? Because under that, but
girl, listen, I'm gonna need you to put a rubber band on the rest.
I did that already. That's what I was about to say. But I put a.
That's why I wanted to bring it up.
I did. You
My
get.
sister is in the school system.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm up here in Maritime Middle School, and I'm part of the Maritime culture, Maritime family here. But for me, like you said, when you said earlier that you do things that people don't know about, you feed hundreds of children who people don't understand they backline story.
Like, it's like some kids, you know what I'm saying, they don't have money to eat, stuff like that, and like I'm not supposed to, but I done paid for a lot of like kids to eat, like,
Amen.
because like especially working like in a elementary school, we got little kids, they don't have jobs or whatever. A lot of times they don't, you know what I'm saying, they don't even be thinking about, they got to pay to eat, stuff like that. So
Wow.
I pay for them to eat, like, because I don't like to see kids hungry, man. Because like when I was a child, it was times when I was hungry, like, so I know how I feel. Wow.
Wow. Go ahead. Go
what
ahead.
I'm going to say to that, but I got to jump in. I got to jump in, and I'm going to jump out so quick you ain't even going to know it. But what I want to say is, the reason I brought it up is because my sister is in the school system. Solar works in the school system. And, dealing with the youth, making an impact on the youth is something that's near and dear to both of our hearts. Because, I try to have some sort of outlet for the youth every other month. And I've been off my game, but I'm about to get back on my grind. You know what I'm saying? I've been off my game, but I'm about to get back on my grind.
Right.
And what it is when you say, sis, that he encounters so many kids, everything go down in the cafeteria, like you say. That's where you first learn how to pencil pop. That's where the first rib session goes down, the what they call it, the dirty dozens and all that good stuff.
The battles, the rap battles.
Sketches go down. That's where all the comedy sketches go down. But then I can't even leave this out. Because we're talking to a hip hop head today, I cannot leave this out. The cafeteria is where the beat makers first was born. All the beat makers had some kind of beat on that cafeteria table. So, when you say you have so many children and you like to help mold them, because your name is Big Sin, that does not mean that you live in sin, that you are representing or walking sin. What that means is you're sincere about what you do, as I stated. And this is what I'm getting. You are very passionate and sincere about what you do. And dealing with those kids, making an impact, not even that, just feeding them. And this is something that we have been really want to come into this state, because we already gave them a silver. Now I want to give them to me. Now, you being a hip hop head, you being a hip hop artist.
Yep.
First of all, tell us how you got into the game. Second of all, tell us all the people that you have opened up for and all of the things that you have done throughout your career.
I got into hip hop. Like my aunt, she used to listen to hip hop. Like when I was young, and I didn't like it.
Auntie.
I didn't know. That's what my mom and dad used to listen to. Like they listened to like a lot of like Marvin Gaye and
You better say it. You better say it.
Like Michael Jackson and stuff like that. So when I first heard hip hop, it sounded foreign to me because I was a country boy living in rural North Carolina. So that was like a New York thing. So I moved beside this kid, and all he used to do was watch Yo MTV Raps. So he would always be like, "Come over," you know what I'm saying? So I used to go over with him, and I used to watch it. Then I started, listening to it more and more. You know what I'm saying? Like riding the bus. You know what I'm saying? They used to have like a boombox on the bus, and they'd be playing like you'd be listening to like Chubb Rock and
up on the scene with the
stuff like that. So I just, you know what I'm saying? Like I heard the Humpty Dance, and that made me want to start rapping.
Is your chance to do the hump. Okay, go ahead.
I just like the characters. You know what I mean? The character, it was intriguing, so I just started writing raps. You know what I'm saying? Then I started battling cats in the hallway at school, and then it just went from there. Then I got a karaoke machine. I started making tapes, and then I made tapes at school. Opened up a Akinelli. Opened up a Shaheen. And Freeway Rick Ross had hosted the show. Shaheen didn't show up though, but I still got to perform though. And
trying to think who else I opened up for.
Wow. I want Goodness to open up the poetry I like to hear. Goodness, what about you?
You already know. I already put it down.
I want to hear from Big Sin.
You know, yes, you know, sometimes I usually surprise the guests with the cut, but I already pre-warned you. I already pre-warned you for the joint. So, you know, it is 6:55 at the top of the hour.
Yes.
You know, without further ado, I'm about to open up from North Kakalaki, as my sister say. The mic is yours.
Boom.
All right, it's gonna be kind of short because it got to be clean, so we get a little something. All right. I hate to play you close, to be proudly scheming. Put slugs in his brain, leave his body steaming. Bobby hanging. Got the antidote, opened up the cantaloupe, flows pure cocaine and poured it on banana boats. The pimp that is in chinchillas and antelopes. 100 bars of better, a rhyme animal. Underground cats over the hill. Army fatigues just turns when I sold you the field. Cats idolize BS over the real. Bagging up these trash rappers, then I go for the kill. Yelling to getting bread, pump a nickel. Get it? Trying to get bread, pump a nickel. Going over their head when I dump a missile. And social media likes make the Trump official. Fraud MCs, Photoshop. They all flash like the light when the photo pop. I be living in the moment, no photo op. I'm in the trenches in my closet, a polo shop. I'm a laid back brother with a monster vision. And I'm something like a genius on composition. Cats hustling backwards, a contradiction. They say the streets of progress like competition. Some hustle for likes, some hustle for dough. Some hustle to eat, some hustle for show. I gotta carry the weight so my muscle will grow. And when I reach one goal, I'ma hustle some more. And that's it.
That's it. That's it. Wait, Goodness.
No, he went from the cantaloupe to the antidote. He went from the antidote to the, oh my God, don't choke.
Yo, the banana boat, that was a history lesson. Like, that was a history lesson. Like, you know, the transcontinental, like, how did we really get here? What was going on? How did everything else get here? I heard Colin Pro up in there. So rawness. And if I had to weigh in on rapper or hip hop artist, I would definitely say you true to the game. Not because of just what you spit, but because of what you do as well and how you really represent. We just get into your artistry for real. But you represent hip hop. And hip hop is a culture, and we take care of our cultures, and we take care of our children, our children's children. And the reason that I said I wanted to call you California, not because of the state, because you are in a state right now, and you said you're prepared. That's, as my kids will say, that's dope. And I don't take it lightly, but I hope parents that understand that in North Carolina right now, you're saying that, you know, schools are closed. There's a lot going on. And we're talking to the guest this morning. Big Sin, you know, Brother Harris is on the line with us today. Goodness just opened up the poetry cut. You get to weigh in. We're definitely praying for your preparedness not to have to go into activation, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm hoping that you just got your stuff to get your stuff and put it on the show. Goodness, with 90 seconds left before we let them give a shout outs. You want to take a minute of that and go?
Nah, but I couldn't hardly hear it. Like, it's still breaking up. Like,
yeah. Basically, our guests are just praying for that you don't have to use your preparedness, because we're praying that the storm passes over.
60 seconds.
So, Goodness, anything you want to say?
I got it. What she's saying is, I got her. I got you, Chris. I got you. What she's saying is, you know, that we're so thankful for you being prepared and your preparedness, but we hope that you don't have to use it and that the storm just passes over. Right. So, you know, we definitely want to send those prayers out. It is 6:59 to the hour. What we want to ask is, do you have anyone that you want to shout out this morning? And can you please give us any of your social media platforms where they can find you, where they can follow you, like you're making on these kids?
all right. First I want to say thank you for prayers. I appreciate that. You can find me on Facebook, Facebook.com/Big Sin Music. That's my music page. Find me on IG, Big Sin NC. It's the same on Twitter, Big Sin MC, and you can find me on Reverb Nation, Carolina Madman, and on YouTube. My YouTube channel is youtube.com/Carolina Big Boy. Just like one word, just Carolina Big Boy. You can see all my videos on there.
That's what it is. All right. It's a Thankful Thursday. Don't forget, if you haven't already picked up your Challenger, the new edition is out. We're going to get ready for a Freedom Friday on the road to Tabernacle. Let's talk about how we prepare for that tomorrow. And other than that, we want to thank our guests and all of you for joining us this morning. And get up, get out, and do what, Goodness?
Yes, thank you for being here, Big Sam. We need everybody around the world to get out and get down. Right. Just be what they what you should tell face. Yeah.